Sputnik, a shorthand for Cold War competition. V, well, that's for victory, of course.
Одна из моих дочерей сделала себе такую прививку. Думаю, что в этом смысле она поучаствовала в эксперименте.
From the moment Vladimir Putin fired his own Finnish gun and licensed the world's first COVID vaccine in August, before it had been tested in a large-scale clinical trial, the Kremlin star has been closely aligned to Sputnik's orbit.
Ну и все сошло потом на нет. Чувствует себя хорошо и титры высокие.
А наш спутник V неприхотлив и надежен, как автомат Калашникова.
Moscow has promoted its vaccine all over the world. Many would say a little too enthusiastically. When the pharmaceutical group Pfizer reported preliminary results suggesting their vaccine had 90% efficacy, 2 days later Sputnik's backers said theirs was 92%. When Moderna reported 94%, that figure went up to 95%. Science being moulded to suit the politics? Perish the thought. In December, just as the British began their mass vaccination campaign, Russia's health authorities, under pressure from the Kremlin, hastily started theirs. We're already nearly a month into that programme. Officially, anyone in a high-risk group can receive the jab already. But according to local media, the uptake has been underwhelming. And unofficially, clinics have been opening their lists to anyone who wants it. Now, in the name of journalism and my own absence of unity, I decided I'd give the thing a go myself. And a little while ago, I called the clinic behind me, and they said they would make me eligible for the programme. Am I nervous? No. I don't have all the papers I need, but that doesn't seem to be a problem. Weirdly, for Russia. I'm asked a few questions, whether I'm happy with the risks. I think I am. And 10 minutes later, I'm one of just 2 patients taking the freshly defrosted vaccine. I asked my fellow vaccine volunteer if we were fools to be taking the Sputnik vaccine before the end of trials.
Кому-то нужно идти на этот шаг. Я, в принципе, здоровая, поэтому понимаю, что, скорее всего, спокойно перенесу вакцинацию. Даже если антитела пропадут не через желаемый год, а через 3 месяца, хотя бы 3 месяца, мой организм будет защищен.
Почему русские не доверяют отечественную вакцину?
Это вопрос очень большой, потому что не доверяют здравоохранению российскому. Это горький опыт, полученный годами общения с медициной российской.
The next few days on Sputnik are rough. Headaches, temperatures, my pulse racing, breathing all over the place. But by day 4, things are mostly back to normal, and I'm an altogether happier cosmonaut. It's still a bit too early to check antibody levels. Those are still negative a week in. But in the scheme of things, given that I'm unlikely to be at the front of the queue back home in the UK, I feel in a pretty privileged position. So, is the criticism of Sputnik unfair? Well, we know by now it seems to provide some level of immunity to some people. For how long, we don't know, but just about any vaccine falls in that category. In terms of safety, again, we really don't have the full data set. But the viral vector technology used in Sputnik, that isn't new. It's been used before in an Ebola vaccine, and the basic science of it dates back to Soviet research conducted in the 1970s and 80s. That was a time of scientific excellence for Russia, when Soviet virology was a world leader alongside the United States.
Cooperation was very strong between USA and the Soviet Union. Mm-hmm. I was a part of it. I was in a group of people who discovered hepatitis E, and we were encouraged by the Soviet and the US government to exchange the viruses. Try now exchange just simple serum from healthy individual. You will end up in prison.
Virologist Michael Favorov was one of tens of thousands of scientists who left Russia after the collapse of the Soviet Union. He says a few good scientists stayed behind, in research facilities like the Gamaleya Center that developed Sputnik. But the standards aren't quite as rigorous as they once were. But would you advise if a Russian has the chance to take
Yes, it might be not, of course, 94% what the Russian claim. Who cares what they claim? But it's even 50%. Just do it. You know, what you're thinking about. That's what my position. I'm not support of this vaccine. I'm not enthusiast of this vaccine, but I'm enthusiast of saving people's lives.
Even with an official admission that Russia's COVID-19 death toll may be 3 times that previously disclosed, with most of winter still to come, Russians are skeptical about Sputnik. Authorities say between 50 and 800,000 of them have already been vaccinated. Those wildly varying figures depend on who exactly you're talking to. According to a recent poll, only 38% of Russians said they would be prepared to take Sputnik. In late December, Vladimir Putin's spokesman announced the president himself would soon receive the jab, an attempt to lend credibility to the vaccine he has so enthusiastically promoted. But if he's having such difficulty persuading his own citizens to take Sputnik, he'll have his work cut out selling it to the rest of the world.